السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، أحبائي المتابعين في كل مكان. معكم الشاعر الرياضي أحمد صلاح، والنهارده معانا مباراة من فوق الروعة، مش روعة بس. ده لينشيدونج يا جماعة، بطل العالم وحقق بطولات كتيرة. طبعا هو يعني ايه، ربنا كرمه بسن صغير ان هو يحقق البطولات دي. ممكن تكون الخبرة لسه برضه او النضج بتاع تنس الطاولة يعني ما وصلش لقمة مستواه عنده، بس هو النهارده هو بطل وراجل مشهور جدا من الأوائل على مستوى العالم. بيلاعب اللاعب الإيراني بنيامين. حاجة حاجة جميلة جدا. بنيامين ده من الناس اللي هي يعني ايه، جريء، بياخد قرارات سريعة، بيستغل نقاط قوته، لاعب تكتيكي جدا. يعني فانا برضو مش عايز ان انا يعني ايه اقعد اتكلم كتير ونسهى عن المباراة والحلاوة والحلويات اللي موجودة في المباراة اللي معانا دي. دي كانت في بطولة اسيا، يعني زي بطولة افريقيا عندنا كده، بس مع الفارق هناك العتاولة كلهم هناك بقى. ف لينشيدونج بيلعب معاه بطل، شايف نفسه بطل. طبعا لازم البطل بيحس بكده، بس ده ما يمنعش ان اي حد لازم يبقى عنده سنة قلق. اللي بيلعب وهو ما عندوش اي سنة قلق في الحياة بصفة عامة ده مش بني ادم. بس دي بتفرق بقى، يعني في سنة قلق تخليك تلعب احسن وتطلع احسن ما عندك، وفي سنة قلق ممكن تضيعك وتخليك ما انتش واثق في نفسك ولا في قراراتك. فطبعا بنيامين في نفس ذات الوقت السنة اللي فاتت غلب وان شوشن. كانت مباراة برضو كانت جامدة جدا، وكان مفاجأة، كانت مفاجأة. فيعني معانا مباراة، يعني أنا مش عايز أقعد أتكلم كتير، أنا عايز سيبنا نستمتع ونتفرج على المباراة، الطبات والسبنات. ونقطة أخيرة قبل ما أسيبكم تستمتعوا بالمباراة. اللاعب مهما كان اللي قدامك، يعني هي مهارات انت بتتدرب عليها بطريقه معينه مع مدربك. بتحاول عشان تبقى بطل، انت بتحاول تشوف البطل بيعمل ايه وتعمل زيه. يعني البطل ده بيتمرن خمس ست ساعات في اليوم، مفيش حد ممكن اقل يعني. فانت لازم تتمرن زيه او ازيد منه عشان بعد كده تكسبه او تبقى زيه على الاقل، او تنافسه، تبقى على قدر مستوى المنافسه. يستحيل واحد بيتدرب كل يوم زي واحد بيتدرب يوم ويوم. يستحيل واحد بيتدرب ساعه زي واحد بيتدرب 3 ساعات. يستحيل واحد بيتدرب فيتنس وبيعمل تمرينات تركيز وبيعمل حاجات في علم النفس الرياضي كده المدربين عارفينها، جلسات علم نفس رياضي، ان هو ازاي يركز، ازاي يستعيد تركيزه بعد ما يخسر بوينت، ازاي، اللي هي حاجات مهمة جدا. يستحيل واحد بيعمل الكلام ده وواحد بيعمل التمرينات النفسية وتمرينات التركيز دي غير واحد ما بيعملهاش. يستحيل، دي حاجة مستحيلة. فاحنا لازم ابطالنا الصغيرين، انت عايز تبقى بطل ووالدك بيهتم بيك، لازم تشوف البطل بيعمل ايه وتعمل زيه اكتر عشان تبقى بطل. بس هي دي كل الحكايه. فبنيامين هنا شكله مركز وبيتمرن وبيشتغل على نفسه كتير جدا عشان يقدر يلعب مع الابطال ويكسبهم بالطريقه دي. هو طبعا ايه يعني، هو برضه سنه صغير عن لينشدون كمان وانشوشن، بس هو ما بيخافش بقى من اللي قدامه، بيستغل نقاط قوته، بيتحرك جامد جدا علشان يوصل للخصم اللي قدامه ان هو يضرب معاه ضربات قويه. مش بقى يسند ولا يضرب بالراحه ولا يخاف ولا يعمل بتاع بس. فهي دي الفكره كلها. فاحنا دلوقتي انا هسيبكم تستمتعوا بالمباراه وامسكوا بيجي بونج يا جماعه، واشوفكم على خير في ماتشات قادمه. Tactical games comes into play for all the viewers and fans. I must say, don't look at the speed, look at the tactics. Yes, speed is only a part of it, and it was a good effort there by Karaji. He in fact went to the corner. It just shows he's got that athletic ability, and this is the speciality of China, right? Look at that 11 shots, that super statistic coming right there on your screen. Linshidong among the long list of superhuman Chinese table tennis players. Beautiful long shovel service to maintain the attack. Missed out this time. Almost he shot a missile there.
last one, Farazi was quite in that. But China, until that last one, Farazi was quite in that. But China, through linshidong, just continued to assert that dominance. Now he's moved up to 9.
Oh, it's quite a serve. Quite a serve by linshidong.
What happened there? You know, what did he do differently?
You could see that Benjamin is actually going to turn. He suddenly changed the spin to the forehand. Oh. And lovely to see that China, the way linshidong playing, he went for the chop and absolutely was behind the ball, not playing any more shallow strokes there. Linshidong is known for his power backhand. He came with a cracker of a backhand this time. With this, there was a moment that Farazi could have controlled, but nevertheless, so far, well played, Iran.
Oh yes, you've got to give credit to the way Farazi turned up there. It was really, really great to see that. Having said that, linshidong, it's really been another exhibition from him very early in this contest. Well, we'll just have a look at what linshidong did in terms of services in this particular game. And when you look at what linshidong has done against Benjamin Farazi of Iran, this was in game 1, and all of them on the left side of the table. So he's not yet attacked the right, is it, Sachin?
In the middle and center of the table, which is where he has been disturbing Farazi to maintain the attack, keeping the attack to himself.
And you know, sometimes everyone talks about variations, but how important is consistency. There was consistent placement there as well. What a start! It was a good service and then shaped up well acrobatically. He has managed to put that forehand winner in.
Yes, absolutely. This is where Benjamin is pretty strong there. He largely he knows that if the opponent is going to play a lot more forehand. You can see this time Linshidong could read the service very, very beautifully. He turned around, converted that spin into a short receive.
Fast hands, both players. But ultimately, it was Lin's presence of mind that helped him win that point. Made Farazi move around and then went to the extreme corner.
You could see Farazi asking his teammates, what do? I did every possible thing to get that point. What else I could do against this?
Just give your best. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
And you've already beaten Wang Chuchin earlier. So you know what to do against players of this quality. But yes, it's not often that you would beat a player of that quality as well. So, you know, we've got to be mindful of that fact as well. But on a new day, come out there with a positive intent, of course.
Yes, absolutely. You've got to be mindful. But you've got to be more mindful when you are serving against the Chinese players. Because every time if you give them a long service, specifically Linshidong, who is so good with his power backhand, you can feel the heat on the table.
On the left, you can see Naushad Alamiya, one of the senior players in the Iran table tennis team, applauding his teammate. That is worth applauding, and you must applaud it, because in spite of facing that pressure, Benyamin Farazi did not relent.
Yes, for a second, Linshidong also turned around, took advice from his coach there. This time he wanted to change the direction of his backhand. He knew that Benjamin Farazi is pretty strong on the backhand, well controlling the ball, but remained unsuccessful.
Yes, and these two played each other the last time in the previous Asian Table Tennis Championship. What a return it was! But ultimately, because the tone had been set by Lin, he won that point as well.
Absolutely, it was a beautiful block. That was a lightning speed backhand.
And forehand shot wins, you can see 75% for Farazi. Benyamin and linshidong has got 67%. Most super statistics for you, they'll keep coming. But yes, Sachin, I've got to bring this into perspective. These two have played each other once before, which was last year during the championships in Astana. And linshidong won that 3-2. So Farazi Benyamin did not make it easy for him. He's not making it easy here, celebrating every point as you can see. And what's more special is Farazi is only 15 years old. Last year at 14 he did that. Linshidong, much older by 5 years at 20.
Now that's a statistic that actually raises the eyebrow. 3-2. And that too coming from Iran, playing such a beautiful high-level table tennis. This kid is a wonder kid. He's controlling. Look at this. He's doing every possible thing to control the speed of linshidong. His coach just advised him, don't go too behind. You will not be able to control the force, the bullets. That shit, linshidong is shooting for a long time. So go forward.
Well, if at the age of 15 you're showing so much promise and you've already beaten Wang Chuchin, there's definitely a bright future ahead.
He just turned around with that missile.
It was indeed. It was fired in so well. But a question for you now, Sachin, that, you know, at 15 you're doing this, you've already beaten Wang Chuchin. If you are groomed very well, who knows, 5-6 years down the line, you're a proper world beater.
He literally leaned forward with that backhand. Linshidong got a taste of his own medicine with that power backhand by none other than Benjamin Farazi.
Benyamin Farazi, the 15-year-old from Iran. He is definitely putting on a show here. All eyes may be on that man on your screen right now. But linshidong, we all know what he's capable of. Benyamin Farazi is trying to prove on this stage that he is a player of merit, he is a player of character, and that, if given a chance, he's got a bright future.
Absolutely. And we could see players from different countries have lined up to see this match. Benjamin Farazi could reach to the power forehand down the line by linshidong. So much of effort, so much of athleticism is going on, and you could see the players, you could see the stands filling it with supporters, fans across the country here, and all the player lineup, the rest of the countries are sitting in the arena there to watch this beautiful match.
Not just that, even from the practice area, people are watching. They've abandoned their practice and they are watching. Now that is the kind of quality, because you look at this, you look at what a linshidong will do, and you also get to learn. Having said that, Farazi Benyamin also putting on an exhibition showing that when you come up against true quality, how you can still maintain your aggression and focus.
Linshidong missing this toss spin. Now 2 game points to Benjamin Farazi. That's quite a accolade for this young kid there.
Oh yes, but look at Lin. He seems cool as a cucumber, really calm.
That's one of his set for sure.
Yeah, maybe like with ice in his veins, who knows. But that's the thing, right? I mean, you don't see him being as expressive as, say, some of the other players. And ultimately, it's not that what a player should do. And I will say that word should again, because it's not fair to say that word should. Go by what you want to. Now, oh, he thought that he could have gone for that winner.
Beautiful receive by Benjamin Farazi. I would say he wanted to control the rhythm with this beautiful receive he did. He wanted to finish off with the cracker. Timeout being called by Iran, I guess. Yes, it is Iran. It's a very important point at which timeout has been taken.
Yes.
The coach by the Iran certainly felt that Benjamin Farazi is in a beautiful form. His grit, one could see that, but moving a little bit out of the rhythm, because he's trying to take the points a bit more quickly.
And there on your screen, it was Wang Hao actually, another legendary Chinese table tennis player, talking to linshidong. And now we are having a look at the Iranian bench. Naushad, not much to say there, because it's the coach who is in conversation with Farazi. But Farazi also seems to be a kind of a player who knows his game well. Maybe he doesn't require too much of guidance. Sometimes the players have good awareness, and a coach can also be like a sparring partner, right? Where the coach gives you ideas, you give the coach ideas, and then you're debating which one is better.
Yes, absolutely.
But yes, this superhuman machine that China have produced, one after the other, they produce these incredible table tennis players. And here in India, it's really amazing that we have gotten this opportunity to host this tournament. Now, linshidong, he's going to serve. Farazi still on the game point. Hits that out, tried to shape for the backhand, misjudged it, and now it's deuce. Now, in situations like this, you shouldn't allow a player of the quality of linshidong in.
Oh yes, certainly. I guess he used the kicker service there. Misjudged by Benjamin Farazi. Oh, it was a beautiful placement. This is something what he was looking for. Farazi knows that if he keeps Shidong too long on the back end, he could come back really, really heavy. So he's trying to displace him soon. With this advantage and game point to Parazi. He gave everything, whatever he had.
And this is it. It is a game for Benyamin Parazi now. It's all square at 1-1. Sachin, you had a good look at Benyamin Parazi at practice yesterday. What were some of the points that you noticed?
I guess if I could, what we are seeing on the screen right now, as focused, as determined, the same way he is in the practice as well. But the important point at the last point is not a cracker of a shot he played, but the way he defended the service of linshidong, completely shortened it, this time with a different tactic altogether, is commendable. And that's what the Indian players who are watching such a powerful match should watch it, that if this kid can do, other kid can definitely replicate some of the tactics which he can learn from Parazi there. You could see he's already heated up. He sat down for a second. He was looking for this particular game to put a lot more pressure on linshidong, and he managed to do that. Empire has called the players back to the arena.
Yes, and Benyamin Parazi at 15. Who knows? He could be the Iranian Harimoto.
I would say he is. He already is, because he has already demonstrated his game. Upset a lot of senior players there. Game 3. Shidong to serve. A long service deep onto the body. It had a little bit of a bump there. Shidong knows that Parazi play high spin serve beautifully, so obviously he changed the spin. Oh, this time for the third backhand, he literally leaned on the table. Look at this, how Benjamin is questioning himself. Why are you giving more room to linshidong?
Well, a bit of come on there from linshidong. We've not seen a lot of that. Doesn't do that quite often. Again hits the neck. Just got to compose himself there, the young man. He already used his timeout, so his coach cannot call him back once more.
This time, Shidong wanted to come back heavily with that powerful forehand. Misjudged the cut, misjudged the push there. It had a bit of a float.
I know all eyes are transfixed on this match, but on the other match, table number 2 is the other quarter-final going on. Another point here for Parazi. The scream gets louder. Onto the net there by linshidong. So it's DPR Korea against Chinese Taipei, and the first match of that encounter is ongoing. Oh, it was slow, it was loopy, and maybe Parazi just put that extra bit of energy into hitting that, which is why it has gone a little bit wide.
I guess he wanted to go for attack, but Shidong changed the speed of the ball. He kept it a little low. It was just a subtle slide out. This is Shidong at its best. The moment you allow Shidong to come over you, Benjamin going behind the table, and that's the time Shidong just comes onto the table on top of the ball, hit that backhand. Look at this. Such a beautiful, it was a pendulum service, deep pendulum service, well received.
Yes, and now linshidong taken a 4-point lead here. Make that a 5-point lead. So maybe gradually linshidong just taking control. First 2 games were perhaps a bit of a warm-up.
Yes, I guess this is the moment Shidong is trying to control the... Oh, beautiful. He just dived down for that point. Beautiful, Parazi. He just lashed onto it with so much of energy.
Yes, and that rally was 12 shots long. It was one to watch out for. Just as we felt that maybe Lin has reduced the pace of the game. Parazi was there at it, and he gets another point here. Taken the top edge and it's gone out. No major celebrations, although by Parazi.
Yes, no major celebration. And the last game also, he was trailing behind by a few points. Well covered up and caught the game.
The backhand shot range, you can see Parazi on 75, then in the 80s.
86%, almost neck to neck, which clearly indicates that Parazi is equally practicing hard to have a cracker of a backhand. Okay, now that's a bullseye. That's
not
a
okay.
missile. My goodness, it's such a cracker of a forehand. He just turned it around.
Well, that's not okay. You should have said wow, as you normally do, because it was a wow shot.
He just changed the spin. A bit of a floated push there. And this is something we can learn from this. Sometimes you have to change the rhythm of the player. Both the players are keeping the ball very, very tight, and a little bit of a change can bring such a breather. And now it is 8-all. Look at this. Is it? My goodness. My goodness. That cracker of a backhand by that powerful block. Yes, linshidong has taken a timeout now.
Well, you've forced the Chinese players to think. And that in itself really tells you the quality of Benyamin Farazi. He has come out all positive. In his history, he's obviously beaten Wang Shuqin. But this is also a great performance, you know, and irrespective of what happens later, this boy has truly impressed here, the 15-year-old. And this match currently being played in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. This tournament coming to India, we've got the chance to see all the world-class table tennis players here on Indian soil. There's also, if you look around India, table tennis is a very popular sport, largely played recreationally, and also the professional structures growing over the last few years. There's also a lot that you'll find on the internet as well, with people sharing their table tennis reels, particularly on Instagram and YouTube. You can also check out different pages over there. A very popular tennis page, you know, in fact, even I was going through it. It's called Table Tennis Talks, which is based in India. So it's really wonderful that, you know, this sport has really caught on and is also capturing the attention of the younger generation. And how do you do that? Through the mobile phone, whether you like it or not. It's through Instagram, it's through social media, it's through YouTube.
Yes, and viewers can watch this beautiful, powerful match on YouTube. Farazi to serve, 1 point down, but quite a class there with this wonder kid. Again, that finisher, forehand, almost with accuracy of 100%. Even if I don't have stats in front of me right now, but I could see whenever he turned, he comes back so heavily with the forehand shot.
Well, you said wonder kid, make it wunderkind. Wunderkind! Look at that celebration, that aggression, and that passion. Oh my, we are watching here, everyone's watching, and in fact you can also see some of the other players who are from other countries also clapping. Everyone is impressed by this young man. He has now taken the lead at 9-8. It is game point. Up on my chair, off my seat, as is the Iranian team.
This is something what Farazi is teaching all the young kids, all the players who are watching, that a self-belief, this is what a self-belief can do. Look at that forehand which Shidong had hit, the way he had blocked the ball. Now, he was trailing behind, now he's leading by 2 points. And with that cracker of a four, he has put a lot more pressure on Chinese linshidong there. Wow, what a game by this young wonder kid there. He was trailing behind.
Oh yes, this wunderkind has really done an amazing job. He's gone 2-1 up in this match. On the first 2 days, it was, in fact, we had seen him on the practice tables, and Sachin, my co-commentator here, was very impressed by him. And now I can see why. Up against one of the best in the world, Farazi Benyamin, showing true quality.
Yes, absolutely. Speechless, the way he is defending those power shots. Let's see. I'm really looking forward to and look at this 2-pass stats here on the table. Services that Benyamin Farazi, that is disturbing linshidong. Lot more longer services he's doing.
And why is it in the center, you think?
Just because to control the speed of linshidong backhand. He knows that, Benjamin knows that. If he gives more longer services to linshidong, it can be disastrous for him. So obviously he's kept him busy, 40% in the center and 60% behind. But the interesting thing also that the way he is giving long services also has a very different kind of spin. He could control the ball, and this time linshidong has done exactly what Farazi has been doing. Blocked that cracker of a forehand. He was well in place.
Yes, and on the 5-set table, we're going to go into the 5th one. That one climbed on him a little bit, but as it happened in the previous game also, linshidong had actually gotten the first 2 points. So
And if somebody would have seen for the second point, Shidong changed the spin. This time, third point, big blow, big change in the serve. Farazi, bit impatient there.
a bit of a shriek there from Razi on the other end. Slows the game down a little bit, and then the pace has been increased by Lin. So now, gradually, just taking control.
And this
And
is where
every time we say that, taking control, Sachin, it looks like Farazi hits back, just like that.
this time he has taken the control of the table. He could gauge that Lin Chidong has suddenly changed the spin and speed of the ball. He was absolutely ready. You could see more pressure on Lin Chidong. Otherwise, he plays backhand, but he's turning around, going for more forehand. And this time, edge caught. Paul caught the edge there. Farazi not very happy with that lucky point. He's really working so hard.
Yes, fortune just favoring Lin there. For a moment, I thought instead of coming off the edge, it may have come off the side of the table, but not quite. It has in fact come off the edge, which is why that point will be awarded to Shin.
Bit of a impatient stroke there. He's still a kid, allowed.
The last time these two played as well at the Asian Table Tennis Championships last year, that match had gone into the 5th game. This one also is going to go into the 5th game if Lin wins it here. Seems to be on course at 7-1. It
Yes.
could be of tall order now for Farazi to make a comeback here. At least in this game, I'm saying.
Oh, it has gone too far from the table. Well, good change in the service by Farazi there. A sudden change, long onto the forehand. This time, Farazi knew that Shidong is well placed in the extreme backhand waiting for the ball. He changed the position, hit it to the center with the third point. 7-3 lead, still the 4-point lead. But in the last game also, Farazi determined to cover up the lead. Look at this, the receive, almost a similar receive what he did in the last point, the last game. Beautiful block done by him. While China is everyone's favorite, but this kid certainly so far so beautifully entertaining, encouraging, inspiring the table tennis player across the world and in India.
Well, that just climbed a little bit. He wanted to go back, trying to play that one. And Lin Shidong facing a test early in the Asian Table Tennis Teams Championship this year.
Farazi to serve. 4-8.
What a hit! What a hit in the corner that was available for him. He went for it with that booming shot. He's got those booming shots, doesn't he?
Absolutely. Even typically, Ling Shidong is so solid on the backhand. He controls the entire game, but he has pushed Farazi. Farazi has pushed him to play a lot more forehand there. He knows that he doesn't want to be in a defensive position against this. Wonder kid there. 4 points lead. Shidong to serve.
And with
Beautiful
that,
placement.
yes, wonderful placement, and with that, he's going to get a game point as well.
Moving towards 2-all.
And for the second time, Lin and Farazi are going to play a 5-gamer at the Asian Table Tennis Championships in Bhubaneswar. Last year as well, they had played a 5-gamer, and Lin Shidong had beaten him in that last set to take that match. But now, is it going to happen again? Let's have a look. What would Wang Hao be telling Lin Shidong here? What do you think?
Looks difficult. Less of an animated look. I think in one of the moment I could feel that he is guiding Shidong to cover up the spin, to come on top of the spin so that you can control the movement of the ball. Don't allow ball to come over you. And then of course push Farazi to the forehand, because whenever he does the service, he turns around.
So last year's match between Lin Shidong and Benyamin Farazi was a men's singles encounter of round of 64, and this is the scoreline. Okay, now Lin Shidong won that. I'm going to read it out, and then you can tell our viewers about it as well. It was 11-13, 9-11. So actually the first two sets belonged to Farazi. And then linshidong came back 11-3, 11-3. But the last set, the fifth one, 17-15. That's how intense these two can get. Starts off the fifth game rather, with deft touch. But there was nothing deft about that celebration.
Yes, absolutely. Farazi would up here for that revenge if he has lost with that kind of a margin there. You could hear the roar, the cheer from the side of China as well. Certainly, they're under pressure.
Takes the lead now, slender lead early at 2-1.
It was a beautiful, beautiful slide out service. Well placement. So much of precision went in for that serve. Linshidong has no other way to receive it. This time he came on top of the ball. Heavy.
This is high quality table tennis, and this high quality table tennis is coming to you from table number 1 at the Kalinga Stadium.
There is some discussion happening there. Some disturbance, I guess, Farazi is facing.
Yeah, I wonder what it's about, because the umpire has also stepped forward.
Oh, they are checking the height of the net. At this professional level, you can expect anything. They know the pulse of the game. They know the pulse of the ball. They know what's happening around. How even a nano millimeter of the net height can actually disturb them. It's 2-all. Decider game. All eyes on Farazi.
Well, linshidong was really shaping up to smash that. Hit it with all his power, but instead found the net.
Yes, absolutely. And in the practice arena, we can see Liang Jinken is packing his practice because he knows that now he has a job to do. Farazi. 1 point lead. That is still a good pressure he is generating.
On the backhands.
You could see Farazi wanted to go for the killer backhand, missed out. You could see that Shidong is being guided, use a lot more forehand here. Wang Hao sitting in the position there. Oh, Shidong dodged him almost towards the end of it. It was a beautiful slide out service. Shidong went in, but remained unsuccessful with that shot. Benjamin knew that he has to have control over the ball. He went in for a quick attack, but beautifully blocked by Shidong. It's 4-all. It's grit versus grit. Power versus power. He missed out. He timed it well. Ball touched the net. Benjamin kneeled down, placed that ball to the table. His coach is advising, keep the ball low, control the spin. Shidong with 1 point lead.
Yes, a 1 point lead, and this is the decider, of course. 2 games apiece.
Shidong wanted to place his loose ball onto the backhand side of it. Fell little short, misjudged the spin, and you could see what pressure can do to the best of the best. World number 2 being challenged by Farazi. Hit back to the backhand there. Shidong suddenly changed his strategy. He was turning all this while. Now suddenly, to change the rhythm, came back with his signature backhand strokes. The ball was up in the air. Benyamin fell short for that flick shot he wanted to play. Yes, Shidong is using the strategy of making Farazi impatient there. Beautiful block. Beautiful spinny block. Returned by Farazi there. Gave no room to Shidong so that he can play that power shot. You could expect such a beautiful firework here. All in for this point. Again, Farazi has come back in the game. linshidong had 2 points lead. Currently he lost it. Farazi to serve. If he gets a couple of points here, it can really put Shidong under the pressure there.
And the Chinese know a thing or two about Benyamin Farazi. Last year at the Asian Table Tennis Championship, during the teams event itself, he had gotten the better of Wang Chuqin. Backhand. What a point! He was consistent on the backhand, and later when he got the opportunity, he went for the forehand and has got that winner in. This is quality table tennis. I can see some international players getting off their seats and giving him a standing ovation. Doesn't matter what happens from now, but this young man has certainly won hearts here at the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar.
With that stroke, Benjamin Farazi has taken these 2 critical points. He just replied that cracker of a shot of linshidong onto the extreme forehand. No way he could reach there. You could see. It's a decider match. Such a responsibility on this young kid.
Well, he's got to forget about the responsibility. Just focus on the next point. Just the next point. Last year, you did this against Wang Chuqin. Now you have an opportunity against a player of similar quality. This time though, linshidong, with that quality, has managed to hit that across and tried to stretch him.
Yes, again if you could see Shidong using the impatience there, keeping the ball really, really short. Almost a slide out service. I could read his mind what he's trying to do. He's pushing Farazi to play these careless strokes there. Oh, he wanted to go for the kick shot. Suddenly lost these 2 points. Now, the service. Back to Farazi.
And it's 9-all. It's 9-all, all to play for. My God, this table number 1 is amazing, you know. Since last evening, what's happening here, Sachin? All 5 gamers on this table and entertaining. It's just been that, you know. And now, he's going to serve.
Hold your breath. Farazi beautifully blocked that shot spin, top spin from this linshidong. He showed so much of maturity there.
Wonderfully done. He may be only 15 years old, but the world is watching. The world is watching as he's going for a victory against the world number 2. linshidong to face. Farazi to go for this one. Goes for the pendulum. Goes for the smash, and that's a victory! What a victory! The Iranian youngster, the 15-year-old sensation, has created history again. He has beaten world number 2, linshidong, and he excels in play, and why not? This is an achievement to be proud of. Last year, he beat Wang Chuqin. Today, he has beaten linshidong. Take a bow, young man. Take a bow.
Absolutely. Take a bow for this kid.